Hey you guys, and welcome back to my channel for a very unplanned video, but one that I am very excited about. If this is the first time seeing my face, please make sure it is on the last by clicking on that little red subscription button and the bell to be updated for each and every future video. This idea and topic came to me literally while I was teaching a second grade music class, and they were asking for a reward at the end of their lesson, and one of the kids honestly just raised their hand, and what he asked for, I'll explain it later in this video, blew my mind. And I thought, why are we not doing this? Why is this not something we are putting in the curriculum, especially for this year when all the theaters are closed? Spoiler alert, if you're new here, I am a K-8 music teacher who loves the performing arts. The students in my program know that the arts are for both genders. There is nothing masculine or feminine about the arts. They are for everyone. I tell them that arts are about community. And to be honest, one of my biggest achievements personally, if somebody asked me, Kristen, what's the biggest achievement you've made in your career as an educator? It is honestly the fact that I have a program where both boys and girls view doing the musical as a community activity. It's not, oh, there's dancing and makeup, it's for girls, sports are for boys, none of that. To be honest, the people asking for what I'm about to talk about, 70% of them were male. Outside of that second grader asking, a lot of the people asking about the musical, the things that had to be canceled during COVID-19 in the spring of 2020, how did I almost forget the year? Weird, were boys. They were asking me, Miss Baselor, is there any chance we're gonna get to do a musical? Can I check in with you next week? That is huge for me, at least. When a preteen boy comes to you, and not just one, I mean multitude of these boys, and they play sports and they want to do the plays as well. They honestly view both sports and arts as an opportunity to grow and share talents with the community. That is the easiest way I can sum up the best thing I've ever done as a teacher. Like, yes, they do concerts and they learn theory and they do all their objectives for the state of Ohio and everything, but the fact that I am helping children grow and learn in a community that sees the arts as something for everyone is a huge deal. But that can be a whole separate video. Today I want to talk about how I am keeping the arts in the classroom and how you can do it too. Everything I'm going to talk about, I will have placed in a public YouTube playlist. You can have it. It is all school appropriate. I have checked everything that I am sharing, but I will have those playlists down below in the comment section. If I'm able to, I will make them public so you can also share things that you find, or if you want to save that playlist and make it your own, you can do it as well. This video is all about resources for the teachers that want to keep the arts in the classroom. You don't have to be a music teacher. I think one of my STEM and science teachers asked for some of these videos because they thought it would be good for the kids to do a brain break or have physical activity when they're sitting in a chair all day. I did take notes on what I'm going to talk about because I wanted to keep everything as structured as possible. As you can clearly see from this intro, I did not write out the intro, so I just blabbered for 5 minutes, but here is how I am currently keeping the arts in the classroom. This is week 4 of school, by the way. We've completed our whole first month. And if I go back to teaching that second grade class I talked about, the kids couldn't go outside that day for PE. It was raining, so I randomly logged on to the YouTube Kids account that I use for school. Obviously, we use the kids version because we teach children, gotta keep it safe. And my suggested box had body percussion for 2020 music. And I thought, I really miss doing percussion with the kids because we had rhythm sticks and drums. And I found an entire playlist of Pink Panther, Hot Cross Buns, Twinkle Twinkle, just depending on the age. And they had snaps and claps and laps and the shh, all the rhythms that they repeat and they know with their tas and TTs and all the rhythms that they get to use. So we played Simon Says, because when you're in second grade, you love Simon Says. And then I pulled up one of the body percussion videos and they loved it. I think they were just a little bit restless because again, they didn't get to go outside, rainy day. They've been in those chairs and masks all day long. Typically when it's nice in the weather, the kids go out for PE, recess, and then their teachers take them outside for mask breaks. But if it's raining, none of those 3 things happen, and I see a lot of restlessness, which is to be expected. So I got the kids up, we stretched, played Simon Says, and we did the Pink Panther body rhythm percussion. They did such a good job. There were times where I had the girls do it piano really soft, the boys did it forte really loud, and then I would yell switch and they'd have to change it. It's just nice because it gets them standing and they have to really pay attention and focus. So warming up to body percussion and or Simon Says is the first thing I recommend because it gets them thinking and engaging in rhythm. And as somebody who hated putting all her drums and shakers and rhythm sticks and recorders in storage for the year, I just was having the kids bang on desks and tap their feet. Body percussion, especially these videos that are just made for what they have to work with, are fantastic. I will have that playlist linked down below, but you can just search anywhere on YouTube for, K through 2 or 2nd to 4th grade body percussion warm-ups, and you can have the kids vote, like which one of these two did you like the most. That's what I did with my 2nd graders. So that's what I've been doing to warm the kids up, whether or not they go out to PE. I always have a 3 to 4 minute session with them doing percussion. They'll sometimes repeat with me. I'll do the tss, 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 tss. They'll repeat with me. I'll say stand up. We'll play a little bit of Simon Says, usually to let me get the clever touch working. Technology during this year is a whole other beast that we're not gonna mention in this video because no teacher wants to mention that right now. But then we'll do our body percussion and go on with our lesson. But back to that 2nd grader. We were working on our quarter notes, our 8th notes, and our quarter rests. He was writing out all the worksheets. The children were working on their independent work. I was playing background music. I think it was one of the orchestras or jazz. I let the kids vote on which they want to listen to. They've been loving Star Wars orchestra or like jazz music to popular songs that they know. But this little boy came up to me and he just said, Miss Basor, I really miss theater. Do you think if we're really good, you could share a clip with us? And he really meant it. Like he just looked really defeated. A lot of the kids are defeated. We were gonna do Shrek with our middle schoolers right up until March. We had all the kids signed up to do stage crew. The cast had their first week of rehearsals. And when we do musicals at my school, I make it a full building participation event. So when we did Beauty and the Beast, my first year, every child watched the Disney animated. They watched behind the scenes of what the middle schoolers were doing. We learned theater etiquette, so my kindergartners knew to walk in and sit and not touch each other and not to sing the songs. We practiced clapping. Like we make it a full community event at my school. But this little boy, he just wanted to watch it. And for some reason, my brain went, well, they have mask breaks. Why don't we have a Broadway break? And I just sat back and went, this is brilliant. So finished the whole day and I went home. Well, I did let the kids watch a Tony Award performance of Cinderella because I knew it would be school appropriate. I knew it was 5 minutes long. So I went home and I drafted out something called a Broadway break. And short and sweet, it is the last 5 minutes of every music class I have. I have a list, and again, I will put a playlist down below so you can have it if you know of any good school appropriate. Usually 3 to 6 minutes is what I try to stick to. But if the kids are good, I will put on our schedule everything we're learning, and at the very bottom, I'll put little stars next to it and I'll write Broadway break. And you guys, I have to tell you, I was expecting some backlash, especially from some people who maybe just don't like the arts at all, regardless of gender. But if you let them know that we're going to watch professionals in a theater film before COVID, and I do try to find good pro shots. I don't want some illegal bootleg from the back of the theater. I do watch a lot of Tony Award performances. We did Frozen's Good Morning America performances. We have a little bit of Tangled, which Disney was piloting on a cruise ship. We've been watching a bunch of those. So if you are somebody who is trying to bring the arts back into the classroom, I highly suggest you try a Broadway break. You can really call it whatever you want, but you can just say, hey, we're gonna watch a clip from and insert the show, and set 1 to 2 minutes after the show is done or the clip is done. Ask the students what you liked, what you didn't like. I want the kids to be able to still form their opinions. We may not be able to go into a theater right now and watch live theater, but they are still every single week watching performances of the arts and letting me know their opinions, what they thought worked well, what they would like to do. And every week we kind of talk about all the things I just said, and then I tag on, could we do that show? We watched Sutton Foster do the scene from Anything Goes, and some of those kids had never seen tap dancers before, let alone male tap dancers. Boys were like, wait a minute, we can tap dance? Like, they were loving it. I even had 6th grade boys ask if we could do Cinderella so they could be the prince because, and I quote, that crown is cool. If you are looking for ways to get the kids to do rhythm, that Body Percussion is great. There's actually a really good version to Justin Timberlake's Can't Stop the Feeling, and that one I use for all of my grades. The little ones kind of struggle with it, but the 8th graders are like, I love that song, it's from Trolls, let's do it. And then again, Broadway Breaks. Play a clip for your kids at the end of every class. For me, I see each classroom once a week, so 30 classes, and with planning, I say, okay, we're gonna be watching the Frozen for the first time in forever, the Good Morning America performance, and I make sure that's on my schedule for every single class, because a lot of times the siblings will tell their families, oh, we got to watch this or that, so I make sure they all watch the same thing so they can share, and sometimes families will ask, you know, my child talked about watching this, can you send me a clip or the link? And I absolutely will. I do let the families know, here's what we're going to watch. It will always be school appropriate, and I've had no family backlash on it. The kids love seeing it because it shows them boys do theater, theater can be done professionally, and I really instill to them that when the pandemic is over, it is so important, whether it's a free community theater performance or you're gonna go to your city's Broadway series, going to the theater is important. Even if you don't like the show, you can still learn from it. And it's just a nice way to keep the arts in their minds, not let it be forgotten. And again, theater and the arts are a sense of community. So in this time where kids might be lonely at home, all these videos are accessible. I email them out to the families. They can watch them at home. They can share with their family, their friends, whoever they see in their home life. It is meant to bring them together. And I was so excited to share with you guys this little revelation that took me 4 weeks of classroom teaching this year to figure out. If you have any suggestions from your end, please put them down below in the comment section. Teachers, you are awesome. I really did just ramble, but teachers, you guys are so awesome. This year has been so hard in just kind of figuring out everything in the chaos, but at the end of the day, when I see my kids so excited, ask me when they get off the bus, what's our Broadway break? What are we going to watch? Have I seen it? Is it gonna be our musical? To them, this is kind of like the menu of options, which is fine. But either way, they are still having the arts in their everyday lives. We only do 5 minutes or less, so we still get everything done in terms of lesson plans and graded work. This is just something that we watch at the end of class. And usually there are some kids who are still finishing assignments. This gives them more time to click submit on the Google Classroom. Thank God for Google Classroom. While the others who are done have something to watch. That's what I wanted to share with you guys today. Let me know your thoughts on it. Give this video a huge thumbs up. Happy teaching, and I will see you guys in a future video. Bye.